Hi, awesome. How we doing? Well, 1060, I know you've probably had to go through the writing process in 1050. I do want to reiterate that we continue to practice that. It's not just a one-of thing for the 1050 class. In 1060, we're always looking at writing as a process, regardless of the class. Um, it is there are stages in writing, right? And even though we're going to be working collaboratively, that's generally um, a lot of times where everybody can be like working on a section or working on a paragraph or working on part of it, and then everyone can kind of start reading it. So you kind of got this writing process even going within that collaborative and that team environment, which is a really cool thing. But even outside of that, when the team is done with it, you submit that, right? And I get a chance to look at it, right? Get a second set of eyes, especially for the proposal, because I'm the proposal and the memo. I'm kind of more your target audience, right? Your purpose is to propose in the first one, right? So you go through that process, give it to me, I'll make some feedback, right? Get it back to you. You can revise, resubmit. Same thing with the report, progress report memo, right? You're going to present to me saying, okay, here's the progress that we've made. Here's what we've been working on. And here's where we think we're going to end up. Here's where we made some changes or whatever. I'm your audience. The purpose is to update me on your progress. I'll look at it, give you some feedback, send it back to you. You as a team can revise it, edit, proofread it, maybe, and send it back. And then the final one, I won't be your audience anymore, right? But we're still going to be writing as a process. I'll be the second set of eyes to look at it and give you some feedback. So part of that writing process will continue throughout this class. So we'll go through these stages of writing, starting with brainstorming, right? Especially here over the next couple of weeks. A lot of the brainstorming is going to be you thinking about what type of topic that you're interested in. What do you want to write about? What do you want to research? What's something that you're willing to spend the entire semester thinking about, reading about, studying, researching, looking up, reading articles about, right? Gathering information and then writing about it and presenting that information in the form of a proposal, then a progress report, and then finally a recommendation type report or an informative report, right, that you would deliver to somebody. So you brainstorm that. We're going to do some drafting. You'll do that in teams. We'll talk about team, how we can write together in teams, and some of the special abilities that, or excuse me, I should say special opportunities and affordances that offers when you're writing in a team environment, which is very, very cool. So we'll do some drafting. Of course, I'll be taking a look at all your stuff, as we go through, and you'll submit those. I will provide some feedback, get a chance to send it back to you, and then we'll start revising, right? We'll start revising, thinking about our rhetorical elements. Are we, a lot of those things are, okay, are we getting our purpose across? Are we really connecting with our audience, right? Are our ethos appeals good? Do we have any pathos appeals that are okay? How's our logic sounding, right? Are we appealing to reason in the right way based on who our audience is? And then our final two phase, of course, we'll go through some, maybe a little bit of editing. And this is where Grammarly really helps, right? So if you load that Grammarly program, this makes this part towards the end less arduous, right? We kind of got some of those things. We don't have to go through a whole, 12, 13, 14, 15 page paper and try to find every single mistake. Sometimes the little things that we do when we're writing, Grammarly helps us get those out of the way. Then we can look at the more of the big picture things. We're not looking at small little commas necessarily, right? And then our final step, our final phase, we'll polish it up, make sure it looks good. This maybe be some of the formatting. We'll think about our APA formatting, or whatever formatting maybe that you've chosen to do, if you've chosen to do something differently. And then that way it just looks, we got the table of contents, right? We got the cover page all the way down to your appendices or to your references. Everything just looks really, really good. It's nice and polished. It's ready to be presented. But writing is a process. It never is not a process. Right? Start off kind of planning, do some brainstorming. You're putting together, maybe do an outline. You and your team could do an outline together. You could do a mind map together. Figure out what topic you're doing. Start to put together, begin to piece together kind of how this thing will look. What are the things that you're interested in talking about? What do you want to research and find out more about? And then just start building that thing throughout. All right, guys. So the writing process, it continues, okay? And once you embrace the writing process, especially when you go to your next classes, just know you get handed a writing assignment. All right, what do I need to do first, right? Do some brainstorming, right? Maybe do some outlining. Begin to think about what that topic means to you. Do a little bit of research and keep adding to that sometimes before you even sit down to write, right? So anyway, the writing process. I'll be back. Start talking about the collaborative research proposal. Stay safe. Stay awesome. Bye, guys.